Welcome to The More You Know, The Better It Tastes. We are the only podcast for San Antonio restaurants, and I'm Alan Williams. And today, my normal sidekick of Susie is not here today, but I do have a very special sidekick. This is my sister. This is Jennifer Kitchen.
Yay.
Hello. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, thank you. Now, Jennifer is my older sister. She's way older than me. Way older. Okay, 2 years. Anyway, she helps us so much with both the San Antonio Restaurant Group, but we also have another page that a lot of people don't even know about, San Antonio Ask a Local, which we initially built it for when tourists came to town. They could ask questions about where to go and everything, but then we kind of made it to where, we didn't make it, it kind of became a place where you could also just go on there and say, hey, I need somebody to cut my lawn, who's a good service, and people recommend services and stuff. So it's a good page, right?
It's a very, very good page, and it still is a lot of visitors, people moving here, as well as locals looking for recommendations on everything from doctors to landscapers to plumbers.
There you go. So on Facebook, look for San Antonio Ask a Local.
Absolutely.
And Jennifer is more likely than the one that the moderator or the admin that's going to help you out there. Anyway, Jennifer, we have some really cool people here today.
That's what I hear.
Yes, we do. We have Lucas and Tina Kent. Now, they are the owners of the Bread Box, San Antonio's favorite, right?
So good.
Welcome, guys.
So good.
Welcome. Thank you.
We are so glad to have you. So the Bread Box, what is the address?
555 West Bitters Road.
Yeah, the old Artisan's Alley. And now they call it, what do they call it?
The Alley on Bitters.
Yeah. Why don't they just call it Artisan's Alley? I like that name better.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
It's a question, but we respond to everything.
All right.
Yeah.
So whatever.
You call it what you want.
The Alley, Artisan's Alley.
So the Bread Box is not only an amazing bakery, because you can go there and you can get bread, you can get cookies, you can get, English muffins. Have you ever had their English muffins?
I have not, but we are on an English muffin kick, and I noticed the English muffins, and I will be going there in the next few days.
Yeah, no, they're fabulous. And in
It's our
fact,
claim to fame.
I should have told you to bring some.
Oh, man.
Could you go? We'll wait. I can put it on pause. Anyway, but then they also have a full restaurant. You can have wonderful breakfast and wonderful lunch. Incredible stuff. So, yeah, everyone needs to go out there.
9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
There you go.
Tuesday through Sunday.
Awesome. All right. Well, we want to learn all about you guys. So, Lucas, are you from San Antonio?
I'm from San Antonio, born and raised. I went to Roosevelt High School.
Rough Rider.
Side. Rough Riders, yeah. Then I left San Antonio to go to Culinary Art School in San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I did my culinary arts there. One of the best places to learn food is there, because
People all over the world, right?
people all over the world, cuisine from all over the world, farmers markets like you've never seen.
Mm-hmm.
Just a great way to explore the culinary scene. And then I moved on to New Orleans.
That's a good place to be,
live
too.
there. Another great culinary city, yes. I learned all about Cajun food and Creole, and probably had a little too much fun there in New Orleans.
How can you not? How can you not?
Early 20s, it was a good time.
Yeah.
And it was also a great place to work and to learn as well.
Yeah.
And then I actually got stuck in Katrina back then.
Okay.
And lost everything. And a group of friends and I moved to New York City.
Wow. Okay.
Because
Big jump.
I didn't know any
big
of this.
jump.
This is so fascinating.
Yeah. I always wanted to live in New York as well, and we thought, what a perfect opportunity. We have nothing. Might as well just go out there. And so we established ourselves there, and I was working. And, New York City is a
Establish
vibrant,
yourself as a restaurateur or
working in catering.
catering. Okay.
Yeah, which is really big in New York because everybody has to are hosting a party, and and they have giant parties where they take over whole museums or they take over venues for you name it. It's just it's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Rooftops and I've been everywhere, all over New York City,
Yeah.
in the back room of every place, putting food together and also serving people. So it was a good time. It was a great experience. Way different culture than anything I had down here.
Yeah.
And and then eventually I made my way back to San Antonio.
Came
and I
back home.
Met Tina.
Yeah. So y'all worked together, I think, at was it La Fonda?
Cappy's.
Cappy's.
At Cappy's. Okay, it was
Yeah.
one of Cappy's restaurants. I remember that.
Yeah.
And you were the chef, and what were you doing? You were
Well, actually, Tina hired me
Oh.
as
Okay.
a server assistant.
Now, did HR know about this?
We weren't together then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm loving looking at Tina's grimaces and
She's like, oh my God, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tina does tell it best, but she hired me as a server assistant. And
As a server, really?
I mean, not even a server.
We didn't have
basically
anything available
a busser.
at the
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
And it
He
didn't have
took
even.
the lowest entry level position.
Okay, get your foot in the door.
I was really interested in Cappy's.
Yeah.
That restaurant was
Oh.
really cool. I had friends that worked there, and
Yeah.
I just I kind of wanted to just get my foot in the door.
And since you grew up in San Antonio, you probably knew Mamas and I mean, you knew.
I did. I knew about Mamas.
You knew about Cappy Lawton already, right?
Not so much about Cappy Lawton. Growing up on the northeast side, we didn't make it
yeah.
to Alamo Heights very much. And,
Okay.
but when I got back, I started to learn about restaurants because I left really young, and I left when I was 20, and I didn't know a lot about my own city as far as culinary arts. So when I came back, I had to rediscover it and learn what was going on here, and it was pretty fantastic what I experienced.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like San Antonio was going through a culinary revolution.
Oh, San Antonio has
Absolutely.
grown up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, got
And it
rid
was
of all the
amazing.
chain. Well, we didn't get rid of the chains, but we used to be only chains. Yeah.
Right, yeah, and that's what I grew up on. You know, I've worked in several chain
Sure.
restaurants and stuff. So
So then,
Yeah.
Tina, are you from here?
I was born in Montana, and then my parents moved to San Antonio when I was in kindergarten. So I've
Okay.
been here since kindergarten.
Yeah. So your
Churchill.
parents are in the industry, right? Don't they
They've
own a
been
restaurant?
retired
Okay.
for 20 years. But my mom owned Vietnam restaurant on Broadway.
Love,
And
love,
then
love
my
Vietnam.
dad-
Even to this day, we love Vietnam.
Oh yeah, it's still going. Yeah.
Yes.
And
love their the spring rolls.
yeah, they're known for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then my dad was in the Chinese food restaurant business with his family in Beijing Express.
Okay. Yeah, I remember those.
Yep. So
Are
that's
they
how
still
I
there?
grew up. No, well, I don't know if they are still around, but they've both been retired for like almost 20 years now.
for them.
So yeah. So I grew up in the restaurant.
And then you ended up working for Cappy. I think you've told me that Cappy was kind of a mentor for you. Did you
Oh,
have
yeah.
that same, Cappy has mentored so many people.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
if you work for Cappy, you're definitely feeling his effect
Yeah.
and his vision and the way he thinks, and which is amazing.
He's kind of the same as Bruce Auden. We work with Biga downtown, and we work with Bruce, and he's the same way. There's so many chefs in town that learned something from Bruce, and I think Cappy is that same
Well, Bruce
way.
worked for Cappy too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I did not know that.
Yeah. So did
Wow.
Mark Bliss.
I did know Mark
Yeah.
Bliss did. Yeah. And I think you were telling me Mark is moving. Did he leave town, right?
Oh, yeah. I think they live in Tahoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's very interesting. Anyway, the San Antonio restaurant world soap opera thing, it just keeps on turning. Yeah. Well,
As the restaurant turns. That's the
there you go. That's-
soap
well,
opera. It's
yeah,
called. We'll start a page.
you know what? It actually would be a good show because people love to watch
Oh God!
what's going on in the restaurant world, right? You know, the bear.
Like scene
and-
one, dining room.
Yeah.
Scene two, back alley.
Scene 3, oven's broken.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Lucas, you said, you went to school for to be a chef, but you got into bread. How did you get into bread? That's a little something different. That's not
Yeah.
something that, chefs probably learn how to make bread, but it's not something that they focus on.
Right. I did take some bread classes in culinary arts school, and I really always liked the idea of bread. but I never really pursued it until I met Tina, and she was making bread using a book called, a book by Peter Reinhardt, which is a famous baker.
Okay.
And she, of course, like always, taking on the world, taking on so many different things, and very busy person.
I love a project.
And I was like, you know what? Let me just try to make the bread. She was making the bread for her son, Logan, and
It
I
was
was
a failure. Always.
She did a fine job. She did a fine.
Now you sound like me. That's
fine
my bread
job.
making skills.
Was it just regular bread, or were you doing sourdough or something special? Just
It was a classic white bread that
Okay.
she was making, and I decided I was going to try it. And I was always a bit intimidated by bread because you think, oh my God, you got yeast, which is living. You got these ingredients that don't seem like they do anything, and I tried my hand at it, and I was like, God, I love this. I love this. And I just started trying every recipe in the book and started getting his Peter Reinhardt's other books, and then just experimenting on my own. And then I started talking my chefs into letting me make bread for them because I was working at Cappy's at the time. So Cappy Lawton said, all right, you can make
So
some
by
of
then
our
you're
bread.
not bussing tables anymore.
No, yes.
No, I went on a trip to Italy, and then they promoted him while I was gone.
Yeah, to server, yes.
Okay. So he lets you make bread.
Yeah, he let me make bread. Yeah, this was years later after I started working there. And he let me make their ciabatta bread. And I think that was it.
English muffins.
English muffins, yes.
Yeah,
and English
eventually.
muffins. And these are recipes I was working on that experimenting basically. And he was like, all right, go ahead. And then it worked out really well. And then speaking of Mark actually hired me to make bread for him right before he even opened up Bliss. So he had challenged me with the idea of creating a longer sourdough baguette. And I just started messing around with sourdoughs and keeping a mother, which is the natural yeast in the flour and water, and you let that grow and you feed it every day. And so I was like, yeah, okay, let's try it. And he let me use his kitchen, which was state-of-the-art, brand
Wow,
new,
nice.
beautiful. I mean, working in that place was so exciting, and I look back on it very fondly. But yeah, I would bake bread in his ovens. I would make the dough, and I bake it there, and that's actually still the bread they use for their table bread today.
Is that right?
Is their sourdough
Your creation.
ciabatta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you real quick about at Cappy's today. I don't know how it used to be, but when you sit down at brunch, they're going to bring you a basket full of sweetbreads and stuff. Were they doing that then?
Yes.
And so
Yes.
were you helping to make some of those breads too?
No, I didn't get into the quick breads,
Okay.
and that Cappy's.
Those were staple.
They were
Oh,
staples,
they're
like
so
for
good.
like the last 50 years.
Oh, okay.
yeah. They had a
That's
whole they had a whole production going on and already with people who made it, and so anyways, that was something they did for years.
Yeah, yeah. So what do you think it is about bread that caught your attention? Do you think it was because it's a chemistry, I guess?
To me, it was a good mix between like the chemistry, the science, and the artistry of being like a chef. Because culinary arts I really love because I can cook anything and make anything, and I change it with an ingredient or more of this, less of that, whatever. Bread is kind of the same way. You have to learn how to get the percentages and all these things right with the bread to make sure it comes out and proofs the way you want it to. But other than that, you can add any ingredient. You can add any different inclusion like butter or eggs or anything like that, and it'll soften the bread. There's so many different things that happen inside of the loaf that is influenced by different ingredients.
And I guess by practicing and messing with it, you learn, well, if I want it to be softer, I just can do this. And,
Yeah, trial and error.
Yeah.
And actually being able to work with chefs from around the city, different restaurants, challenging me by saying, hey, I want this kind of bread. I'm thinking a real buttery hot dog bun or something. Or I want a rustic ciabatta, but I want it these dimensions. And just rising to that challenge, helped me out even more, figure my craft out. So,
Well, also the discovery of how poisonous manufactured bread is.
Ooh, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at ingredients and understanding like the life of bread.
Yeah.
Like the
There's-
shelf life of bread should not be
5 weeks, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And so understanding that we were using wholesome organic ingredients without the use of chemical stabilizers and leavening agents and all of this stuff.
dough softeners. And
It was
So
scary.
that's something that I've been really interested in. I've got a couple of recipes that are my go-tos that are, I get good results. But I've even been curious about taking it so far as to milling my own wheat. Are y'all doing
yeah.
any of that?
No, we buy our wheat milled
Okay.
from Barton Springs Mill, and all of our whole wheat is coming in heirloom, Texas, and we use a lot of different types of soft red wheat or hard red wheat. And James Brown, who owns Barton Springs Mill, is just a genius with how he got farmers to
I'm
grow
going to write that name
heirloom
down. He might be a
wheat.
good guest to have.
I think
Huh?
it would
Oh
be
my gosh,
exceptional. He's a
outrageous.
revolutionary.
And you were talking about learning, I guess, basically how all this works together, and then you can start modifying it. And one of the resources that I had been looking at even takes, and doesn't just use the hard red winter wheat, just doesn't use, but they start combining it in different ways and coming up with totally different results because they've blended their own.
Yeah, bread is it's hard to describe, but it's just every little thing you put in there, it shows. It always shows through the bread. And so you can make the tiniest tweaks and adjustments to the types of flours you use, to how long it ferments, to some of what I like to say is time is flavor when it comes to bread. And the longer you let it sit and proof and ferment, the tastier it is. Especially with those fresh milled flours. I mean, you can get some amazing flavor profiles just by letting it sit.
So I'm really glad you said that because it brought to mind another guest we had on the podcast. Everyone can go find Derek Sanchez. He's the owner of Mia Marco's Pizza.
Oh.
He's a 3-time world champion pizza maker.
Wow.
And he's a fanatic. He's also got a PhD. He's a physical therapist, but that mind of his, he researched yeast and he found out we were not letting it ferment long enough. So his dough ferments, I think he said 4 days, sometimes 5 days. He says by the time you eat it, there's no more, you don't get gassy from eating his pizza because
The enzymes have done it all for
they've already
you
done
on
it.
the front end.
And he said that was the key,
Yep.
was waiting. And so I didn't know that.
Oh, that's why a lot of gluten intolerant people can tolerate sourdough, rustic sourdough, because of the fermentation process too.
Because it's already done. That's so cool.
Enzymes take a lot of that, that processing out that your body doesn't have to do. So,
Yeah.
So
Very
do
cool.
you do much? You said you started out doing regular breads, but are you doing more sourdoughs now?
Oh, yeah, we have a good mixture of a lot of our breads are actually sourdough. We do a sourdough white bread, which is a
Sourdough on training wheels.
sourdough and training wheels. Yeah, it's our loaf bread, so you can make your sandwiches. It's a softer bread, but it has the sour notes to it. We all the way to a sour country bull, which is going to be a long fermentation time. We do 2 days on that, and that's baked in cast iron, so it gets a really nice, crispy, crusty outer layer. It's hard to beat.
Yeah.
But we're making like 25 different doughs every
Yeah.
single day.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
so, Tina, I was
goodness.
going to ask you about that. I know one of the reasons you do sell a lot of bread, but you also are one of the major providers of bread for most restaurants in San Antonio, right? Would you? Oh, you're making a face. So not most. I know there's a lot of restaurants.
About
About
many.
20, like 20, 25
That's a
accounts.
lot.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
we service.
And so you have to be able to make all kinds of bread. You have to be able to make all different sizes too, whatever they want, right?
Yes, whatever they want.
And that is something that we do get a lot of restaurant professionals listening to the podcast. So if you're thinking, man, I wish I could get a potato bun, but I want it 4.5 inches long, you could do that, right? I don't know a potato, but
We do. Pete's Hot Chicken has these people that will do their eating challenges.
Okay.
And Caesar calls up the shop and he's like, Tina, I need a 5-pound hamburger bun. I'm like, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
They
So,
could do it.
You
yes.
do it.
Or, chefs call and they're like, I need a 1-ounce pretzel bite. All right. No problem. Like, any shape, any size, any dough, you name it, we can do it.
Yeah.
That's
And
good.
it comes back to just allowing the chefs to kind of direct us in the direction, in the way that we needed to make the bread. Because the chefs are the ones who need it. They're the ones who know how to use it.
They're going to
The
create a
customer-
unique experience on their menu that also can adapt to whatever the budget is that needs to make the pricing. So it's like if you're ordering from a manufactured bread company, you only get 2 options, and you either fill that up with way too much stuff and have to, price it accordingly, or you fill it up with however you want. So if you want a 4-ounce hamburger bun, great. If you want a 2-ounce hamburger bun, great. We have that flexibility to modify things for them.
That you're not going to get if you're ordering from one of the big national
Right.
providers.
And we're like, you want crushed
Yeah.
seaweed on top of your hamburger bun? Okay.
All right.
Oh, you have no
can source
idea.
it.
Like,
My
We've
goodness.
done it all.
it's
We really
crazy
have.
that whatever their ideas
You
are,
want
we
squid
can.
ink
Oh,
hoagies?
yes. There we go.
Where
Squid
the,
ink.
where the hoagie
Yes.
is black on the inside from the squid ink.
Oh my gosh,
Tastes
there's
like
some
seafood.
outrageous stuff that we've done.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to
Done that.
imagine what kind of a meal that would go with.
It was
What
like
was it? Was it-
It was at a hotel,
It was
and it was
the
it was a
Elan.
seafood dish.
Uh-huh.
I think it was like a. I don't know. It's like it's like a mixed medley of seafood,
Yeah.
kind of in a butter sauce or something.
Okay,
Yeah.
now I,
But
yeah,
it's been years, but
Dang, because that sounds good.
it was very good. It was very good. Yeah.
It looked a little crazy
Yeah.
working.
Well, it's like, I don't know if y'all have ever been to Crazy Katsu, but a couple of years ago, he ordered, what's green? An Asian, something that's green.
Like-
nori or not,
Oh, pandan?
Pandan.
Okay.
He ordered a pandan bun for St. Patrick's Day so he could make a burger out of it. People went crazy. It is really good.
Yeah.
It is
We've done
really
ube.
good. So he does it all the time now.
Yeah.
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 Very good.
Ube, so it's purple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling
Purple
you,
bread.
the world is your oyster.
Yeah, whatever you want. That's so cool. Well, we really need to stop for a break. But before we do, Tina, I wanted to find out. So, how did you end up professionally doing baking, making bread instead, with the bread box rather than working at a restaurant? How did that happen?
I didn't actually.
Okay, it just happened.
Well, I worked for Cappy for 17 years. And, overnight, this business that was happening under us with no name and no bank account was just like on fire. And
People kept asking
we
you
were,
for more and more bread.
We
and
thought,
you
oh,
were
this
doing
is
it out
a
of your
fun
garage,
little.
I
Yes,
think, right?
we had 13 wholesale accounts out of our garage, and then finally it was, baby, I need to quit my job and help do this thing.
Yeah.
And then we finally picked a name for the business, which was like, hey, someone give us a name. Okay,
Yeah.
the bread box, that works. And then we outgrew the garage and then moved into an industrial space and outgrew that. And then Jason Dady helped us get this space at the alley. So we transitioned from all these places
Nice.
seamlessly. Like overnight, we didn't stop production. We shut the equipment down, moved it, and started up like the next day and just kept going and going. I've always just tinkered with pastry. Like I've been decorating cakes for like 20,
'Cause you're an
25
artist.
years. Yes.
Yes,
And so, and I have an international business background, which never got used. My parents were like, get out of the restaurant industry, go run far away. And here I am,
Yeah,
like
right
back
back
in
in,
it. Yeah.
In the
And
blood.
so, yeah. And it just brings me so much joy to make people happy and watch their families grow up and us be part of that family daily life, whether it's coming in for breakfast, buying a cake for themselves or their children or whatever special occasion happens. And that part of our business evolved into the bread. And then, of course, the restaurant exists because part of our lease agreement was that we were supposed to make lunch for the guests at the alley. And so we were both like, oh, yeah, whatever, we can do that. And then all of a sudden, overnight, that became a success story. So then all of the parts and pieces started to pull together.
What a blessing. I mean,
Yeah.
because so many restaurants, we've got this great idea, and then, and y'all have just evolved. And
Yeah.
a lot of people just,
It was,
Well, wait,
it was
during
meant to be.
and also COVID created 20 years worth of ideas and concepts to come to life because we had all this time on our hands to experiment with different things that we never knew would take off. And then the next thing you knew, we have a huge custom cake business, a huge custom cookie business. The bread business is now more than ever because of COVID and everybody's into bread. So if they don't want to make it, they can come by the shop and buy it. And then, just everything, fueled everything, having that flexibility and the courage to just kind of throw it out there to see what would happen.
but I bet you it's also a testament to having good people that
Oh my
love
gosh, our
people.
staff is amazing.
Our staff is
We have employees who started with us from the garage who still work with us to this day. Our pastry chef has been there almost 7 or 8 years, and our staff is incredible. They believe in what we're doing. They're happy to be there, and hopefully we provide an environment that will continue that growth.
You obviously
Excellent.
do. They're still there. But let's talk a little bit about what you get at the bread box. So the bread box is not just a bakery, is not just a cake factory. It
just
is
pastries.
also pastries, and not just pastries. It is also a wonderful restaurant. So we want to talk about that. But it's also a place, we're coming up onto the holidays. It would be a great place just to go, and you can buy some stocking stuffer stuff that would be in there. Like, what would you, I know you have some cookies that you paint yourself, right?
Yep. They're
What else
called
do you have?
paint your own cookies, gift certificates. Let's see, other
Who wouldn't love a
stocking
gift certificate to the
stuffers.
bread box? That would be wonderful. Yeah. All right. So you do a lot of different. There's so many different things that you do there. If somebody's having a party, they can come to you and buy the cake, or they can have you cater. Right? What kind of catering do y'all do?
We do catering of like light sandwiches, sliders. We can do hot catering, cold catering, really just to accommodate whatever the theme is of the event. So if you want a paella party, we could do that.
Oh.
Or if you're just having like
A paella party.
a baby shower and you want nibbles or appetizers. We do
Charcuterie.
catering for wineries. We can
How
do it
far
all.
out will you go? Because I know you actually live out in the country.
We can
so
go out about an hour.
Okay.
That seems reasonable for
So
us.
close to Fredericksburg in that area.
Fredericksburg, Comfort,
Yeah.
going the New Braunfels,
Okay.
Seguin,
Wow.
Floresville.
Okay.
Excellent.
So
A lot of Bernie.
Oh yeah, I'm
business,
sure. I'm sure.
too.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, great. Well, so catering is a good thing that you can do, and your cakes. What's one thing that people don't know, because you get to the door of the bread box and people just go in. But if you stay in that hallway and go down a little bit, there's a big picture window, and Tina's usually there working on cakes, or somebody's there working on cakes. So it's really fun to watch watch you work.
And we teach as well. So I'll do cookie decorating classes. We've done bread classes. We've
right.
done cake decorating classes.
I think
Wow.
the first time you were here, we talked about that, but I think you were just starting to do that or something. So you're doing it. I didn't know that.
We do it, yeah. We actually do a lot of private decorating parties. So I get a call and like, hey, 12 of my friends want to do Christmas cookies. And we'll do a whole class around Christmas cookies. And usually I'll only do decorating classes on major like holiday situations where people might actually want to learn how to make Halloween cookies or
So is that something that y'all schedule classes ahead of time and have them advertised on your website, or is this more as needed when they call you?
Both. I got a little bit overwhelmed with a lot of the projects that I have going on in the restaurant, so I haven't had scheduled classes. But I do get a lot of phone calls to schedule private decorating classes. So I kind of do that about maybe once a month or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Brad
That'd be fun.
will schedule usually schedule out a class.
Yeah, the bread classes will be posted, and it'll be sign up for anybody.
Do you mostly do the bread classes? Or?
Yeah, I do the bread classes.
Yeah.
One of them that we do is a focaccia class. So you'll do a half sheet pan of focaccia, and then you get to decorate it with different vegetables like olives and peppers.
It could be sort of
and-
one of those beautiful loaves I've seen. That
Yeah.
look like art on top.
And they look like art. They get
Yeah.
like flowers and
It's
things
a
like
really
that. However you
good
want to do
beginner
it.
bread class.
Yeah, it's great. Well, you start with making your own dough, and then you end with I bake it off for you, and you take it home, so you have a fresh baked loaf of.
Have you ever had a
focaccia.
type of focaccia that's almost like cornbread? Kind of a. I know of a restaurant. I'll tell you
sure.
about it off the air. I know of a restaurant that serves it like that, and it's almost a cornbread, and it's delicious. But I was like, well, what's true focaccia? Is it this style over here, or is it this style? Because obvious must be not the cornbread style.
Well, I think a traditional focaccia is one that it's almost like pizza. So it's a flat bread. It can be a lot thicker, and the main thing is it's really airy and it's rustic. So you have a lot of like softness and airiness to
Nooks
it
and
inside.
crannies.
Nooks and crannies, holes inside. So it catches a lot of sauce or olive oil or whatever that you're putting it with.
Nice.
Yeah.
But Italy is such a diverse culture within itself. Like they speak something over 100 different Italian dialects that I'm sure their bread probably all
Different.
is indicative
Every
to
grandma
their,
has something different, yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I don't know that there's such a thing as like right or wrong or traditional. It's
Yeah,
like what their
yeah.
family grew up with.
Yeah, we fight that on the page all the time. Is it authentic Mexican food?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Well, what's
yeah.
that?
authentic
What
name?
is
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. Oh, it's something I love about Italian ciabatta is ciabatta in Italian describes the bread as an old shoe.
oh,
So so it's the idea is that it looks like an old shoe that's
I had
long
never
and
thought of that.
wrinkly
Yes.
and bumpy and ridgy. And I've always loved that description of a ciabatta because it is kind of like an old shoe.
It's very forgiving.
It's very forgiving. Beat in and
Yeah, that is very, very nice. All right, so they can. Holidays are coming up. Somebody wants to order a cake or pies. Your pies are famous, amazing pies. And what's the best way to order that?
To go onto our website and go online and you can order it or you can call the shop. Those are the two best ways to place orders.
Do you have pies available already, or you'd rather?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We have about 5 or 6 different pies available by the slice or whole every single day.
Okay, all right, great. Well, it is the perfect place for the holidays to spend.
Just out of curiosity, so will you sell, say I came in with 6 of my friends and we wanted to eat a whole pie rather than buying 6 individual slices. Will y'all do that?
Yeah, for sure.
There was a restaurant, it used to be in town. They've all closed down across the country that was famous for their pies. And we tried to go in there one time and everybody wanted pie. That's all we were going in there for. And they were like, well, we're going to charge you $5 a slice for every single, even though you're getting one pie. And we ended up going out, getting a whole pie and going outside and eating it on the
the
tailgate of
parking lot.
somebody's
Oh, no,
car.
no. Actually, tomorrow we have a group coming in that is a pie party. And
wanna
they've
do a pie
ordered
party.
4 different
Ooh,
pies.
They would be my friends.
Yeah, and they're all just going to like have pie for breakfast.
Love it. I love it. That
Well, and
sounds wonderful.
speaking of parties,
Yes.
y'all also do a tea service.
Yes.
Yes,
That's
we call
right.
it the Texas tea. Yes. And it's just, you can have it any time of day. Book a reservation for 1 or for 50, however many guests. And it's a very elegant setup. We put all the linens on the table and all the fine china comes out. And it's really beautiful. We use
Nice.
really nice tea. And it includes finger sandwiches, mini quiche, muffins, scones, fresh fruit, mini croissant, and it's just an enjoyable, easy experience.
That
What
sounds so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so if somebody wanted to do that, what's the best way for that?
Make a
Again,
reservation.
make
They
a
can go
reservation.
online and make a reservation.
Yeah.
Like days in advance or?
No, you can walk in if your party's like less than 10. We usually have setups available immediately. Give us a few minutes to stage your table. Or you can make a reservation in advance.
Very good.
So what is the minimum number to have that? Could you do it for 2 or
One.
We've done it for 1.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come in
well,
and
there
enjoy
you go.
yourself.
All right. Well, I'm a breakfast guy. And even though I try not to eat breakfast so much anymore because I'm trying to not be
You can come
not
in
so
and eat
fun.
our protein bowl.
Okay,
right.
well,
It is like
that's not what I
4
want to eat. I want to eat
Oh,
some
sorry.
the bad stuff. But y'all do have a wonderful breakfast. You have all kinds of stuff. So I wanted to kind of touch the menu for a minute. So your breakfast sandwich is so good because you're using the bread you guys make,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's right.
Do you use one of your English muffins? Mm-hmm. Your English muffins are so good.
Yeah.
That's our claim to fame.
That's
Yeah.
our claim to fame. Yeah.
And I think, didn't you tell me the first time you were on the podcast that you kind of made those by mistake, or you were trying to figure out how to make it? And what was the story behind
Well,
that?
the story was that we hated everything about a traditional English muffin except the idea of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started experimenting, like Lucas said earlier, with, if we had a perfect English muffin, what would we want it to be? We wouldn't want it to like cut up the top of your mouth after you toast it.
Mm-hmm.
We want it to be a little bit more soft and enjoyable and
Airy, soft,
and so
crispy on the outside.
Yes, and Lucas loves his crispy on the outside, and I love my squishy on the inside. And so the milk and honey English muffin came to life.
It actually was one of the first collaborations between us because I was
You were making the traditional.
I was making
style.
the traditional, trying to figure it out.
Don't
and
give
it
out our
just all
secrets.
tended to be a little more dense. But Tina was like, "Hey, why don't you try this?"
Why don't you try this dough that we love and just throw it on the griddle and see what happens? And bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it
Nice.
came to life. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, so that breakfast sandwich has a bacon, and you use that big, thick bacon that's so delicious. Egg, sharp cheddar cheese, a garden spring mix, a tomato, and then that milk and honey English muffin. So that's a delicious item. I love that. You have beautiful salads. Your salads are incredible. You do a lot of quiche, right?
Yeah,
We do sell a
I
lot
love
of
a good
quiche.
quiche.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
love quiche.
and we kind of we made it a kind of a summer vegetable kind of quiche. So it's usually zucchini, roasted red pepper, onions, and mushrooms
Okay.
Cheddar cheese.
and cheddar cheese. But it's stacked
robust.
full of veggies. It's more veggie than custard, I'd like to say. Yeah,
All right.
inside of our pie dough.
I was noticing that a lot of the sandwiches and this avocado chicken melt, I've got to get over there and try that. But that they come with a chocolate chip cookie for dessert.
Everything.
Oh, everything does.
Everything comes with. That's Lucas's recipe.
And they're
the
so
maple,
good.
They're so good. Well,
Maple chocolate chip cookies.
I know your cookies are so fabulous because I remember about a year ago when the eclipse happened. We ordered, our cousin was coming into town and ordered eclipse cookies. And you were so kind as to decorate them in the most darling way for
Thank
the
you.
eclipse. They were so good.
And those are our Scottish shortbreads.
They were so good.
Yeah.
They're very good. Well, if somebody is out there that they probably wouldn't be my friend, but if they don't like breakfast, they can go for lunch because your smash burger is really, really good. So you use 2 4-ounce patties. So it's a double, right? That's that smash burger.
Mm-hmm.
Two patties. You have the melted American cheese. Beverly doesn't like me to buy American cheese because she says it's not even real cheese. I said, I don't care. It melts so pretty. I love it. So good on you that you use American cheese on that.
Yes, sir.
Lettuce, tomato, mustard, the Japanese milk bun, and then you serve that with fries. And, of course, you get the chocolate chip cookie.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a really good burger.
Thank
you so
For
much.
somebody who's not a burger place, you make one of the better ones in town, really.
We had to try to find a way to
Appreciate that.
attract men to the restaurant.
Yeah,
that
we
was
did.
All pink.
Outside of putting a ribeye on the menu, we were like, well, let's do a burger. And I love a good burger and fries. It's classic.
Yeah.
And it's, anything to showcase or be able to use our own bread is it's a really good feeling to be able to use our own bread to make our own food for the restaurant. And we just, it's a great burger.
That's why every menu item has bread.
That's why every menu, it's called the bread box.
Yeah, it would, yeah.
Like, Tina, why don't you have any items that are not in a sandwich form? I'm like, well,
You've got great salads. You've got salads.
The croutons
soups.
are out of the bread, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even inside the salad is bread, right?
Yes,
That's right.
exactly.
That's right.
Yeah. Wow. Well, no matter what you get, whether you're there for pastries, you're there for a beautiful cake, you're there for pie, or you're there to have lunch or breakfast, the Bread Box is the place to be. Wonderful, wonderful place. And you guys, we just love y'all. Y'all are just
Thank
such
you.
nice people. No matter when I've seen you, you always have a smile on your face. I don't know. I'm sure, Lucas, you could say you've seen her without a smile on her face, but she's always seems so kind. Oh, okay, always, yeah. Well, the Bread Box is at 555 West Bitters Road. So from 281, if you take Bitters, it's down maybe a mile and a half, maybe 2. I don't think 2 miles.
No, I
probably a
think
mile.
it's like about a mile.
Yeah, on the right-hand side. Easy to get to from anywhere in town. And you are open Tuesday through Sunday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., and so you can get there and just have a ball.
Thank you.
And there's some cool shops at
Oh
the,
my
I was going to
gosh.
say
At
the
the
shops
alley.
there
Yes,
are so
The
cute.
alley is back. It is fully occupied, and there is so much to shop for. Home accessories, clothing. Casa Chocolates is there
Oh, they
making
do.
bean to bar chocolate. Meadow is there for the full dining experience.
Vintage wine bar.
Montage, vintage wine bar, party hat celebration, Brianna's Boutique.
The
There's
collection.
The collection.
What was the guy?
Caramel, Dusty Saw.
The Dusty Saw.
Yes.
That. Remember, we went there with my cousins when they were visiting from San Francisco. We took them out there, and I think they spent couple of $100 on,
Oh,
They
sure.
did.
on things from
Oh,
that
yeah.
place.
Henry's
that was really
Gifts
cool.
and Engraving. He does leather work and engraving and like jewelry repair. I mean, there's so many things.
yoga
So
at
who
the
needs
alley.
La Cantera? Who needs the rim? Go to the alley. You
Yeah.
can eat. You can shop.
Support
and just,
local
It's an adventure.
craftsmen. Yeah,
That's
it's a
it.
fun time.
It sure is.
Oh, and Carmel Soap Company. She makes everything natural, all different types of soaps, deodorants, like facial. I mean,
making it smell
fantastic.
good.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we're going to have to go out there. I got to go do some shopping.
I'm already
Tis
planning
the
it.
season. Oh, and we're having our Christmas event at the alley, December 6th and 7th. There's
What is
going to
gonna
be
happen?
activities, music. A lot of the shops are doing just
It's the
like
whole
fun
alley,
stuff.
everyone
The
gets
entire
together.
alley.
Okay,
Yeah. Decorated, lit up. Santa will be there.
And St. Lucas will be there.
Oh, and
Santa's
Saint Lucas.
brother.
Santa's brother.
Santa's brother, St. Lucas, who is the baker in the family.
The baker in the family. I bake
Wonderful.
all the sweets that Santa loves so much.
You can do gingerbread?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Gingerbread. We'll have gingerbread
Yes.
houses, gingerbread kits.
Oh,
and
we're going to go out there.
cookies.
So December 6th and 7th, that's a Saturday and a Sunday.
Yep.
And yeah, we're going to try to drop by there. That sounds like a blast.
Thank you.
So fun.
All right. Well, thank you all again for being here. And Jennifer, thank you for being my sidekick
Thank you,
today.
Jennifer.
Thank you for letting me come. This was so much fun.
Oh, great. Well, everyone, again, you need to go out to the bread box at 555 West Bitters. It's so much fun. And, you know, we want everyone to hear this podcast. So if you've listened to it and you've enjoyed it, tell your friends. I'm looking at the camera now. Tell your friends that they can come. We got all kinds of different interviews, and they're always interesting, I think. And we really appreciate you sharing it with everybody. So go out there and, as we like to say, support local.
Support local, buy local. Yes.
There you
Eat
go.
local.
All right. Well, until then, we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.